Answer me this, Heezy. What was the difference between Chad Butler and Pimp C, man?
Oh my shit. I would have to say Chad Butler was a very compassionate, thoughtful, loving dude. Like, you know, quiet, respected, you know, others, and cared a lot about others' circumstances and situations. He was a very resourceful person. Like, if he seen somebody who could use a little boost, if he could do something for him, he would do it. He was very giving, you know what I mean? And just a great quality young man. Pimp C, on the other hand, I would have to think that was the character. And that character was very charismatic, used a lot of shock value, and was, like he said, a red hot flame in the city. You know what I mean? He was doing it, my nigga. Like, he was talking about the hot whips. He was talking about the hot girls. He was talking about the paper and the streets and what comes with the streets. And I think that would be the difference between the Pimp C and the Chad Butler. But I spent a lot of time with both. Mm-hmm. When I seen him in Pimp C character, I knew to kind of like get the fuck away from him. You know what I mean? Because what you talking about, bitch? You know what I'm saying? He gonna go to one of those real quick. I'm gonna give you another one. But like, you know, the Chad Butler, that was when we was at the crib, big barbecue, you know what I'm saying? Big cake, mama baking cakes, you know what I'm saying? Ed barbecuing with abundance of food, with only a few people there to enjoy that quiet time with our children and friends and family. So that's when me and Chad Butler could sit down and talk about the future calmly, laugh about a bunch of shit, you know what I mean, and just have a real good family time. Now, when we hit that road and he had them diamonds on and them dickies and them shades, bitch, hold up. Yeah. We were coming from, I think, some little town, and we stopped in another little town to get something to eat. Now, it was a Taco Bell and a Kentucky right next to each other. Yeah. And I'm stinging. I'm selling CDs, me and my nigga. We ain't trying to sit down and eat no motherfucking chicken right now. We trying to get some more bread, me and my nigga Bug. So while we doing that, when the kids on the inside of the Taco Bell kind of recognize a Bentley, you know, different things, shields on shirts, they start to come out and they get inquisitive. So now they done came out and kind of surrounded me. And I guess he was finished eating, so he came out. So when he came out, they was doing the whole fanatic shit, touching them, getting autographs, want to get pictures. And it was another misunderstanding that took place. And I really, I hated this, man. I hated this to the core of my heart. It was an older lady who was trying to, I guess she was like a manager of the restaurant. So she was trying to assume her position out there while her employees was like showing him all this love. She didn't mean no harm. She was just trying to tell them, stop bombarding him so rough, like give him a little space. But he didn't catch on to that. And he say, what you hating for, bitch? And she she totally caught off guard. She like, what are you talking about? And I was, yes, you here, bitch. Them kids out here trying to show love, ho, and you mad and shit, bitch. Ain't nobody told you to work at Taco Bell. And so this little dude, he was like, I love you, pimp, but that's my mama. He like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, oh, shit. So there I go again. 5 Marshall beer. I'm pouring water on that shit. Say, love, young homie. Hey man, look, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, hey man, appreciate y'all take this shit up the road. Come on, pimp, let's go. Yeah. That shit was fucked up.
Also be this though, Heezy. During that time, from the time Pimp got out of jail to the time he passed, that was a legendary and iconic time in hip hop. With you being able to ride shotgun during that time with the Pimp, did you feel like this was the stuff that legends was gonna be made of, or was this just another day in the life of Pimp C and Hezeleo?
Most definitely the stuff that legends are made of, But when you in the inside of it, the shock of it, the excitement of it kind of wears down because you're also dealing with, we got to go to parole, not parole hearings, but parole meetings.
Yeah.
We got to still take care of family. We still got family members doing bad, niggas in the streets doing this, doing that. So you live in that shit, but you get sucked right back out of it with reality. But a lot of times I knew to embrace that shit and enjoy it because we were doing a whole lot of buzzworthy ass shit. We was walking red carpet with T.I. to go view the movie ATL, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With all the H-Town players and T.I. dressed studious than the bitch, talking studious in the whole introducing the movie. So we were doing a whole bunch of buzzworthy ass shit that a nigga was excited about, but being on the inside of this shit, you couldn't get caught up in the whole glitz and glam and excitement because there was so much real shit going on just with real life. So you enjoyed it when it was popping, but you got back to being grounded and focused on what the hell was going on.
Yeah. What was your favorite time that you can recall during that time, Heath?
I would have to say this one video shoot we did in San Antonio with a Spanish artist that he was gonna start engaging with named Kodak. And the reason I say that is because I've been on multiple video sets with him, and a lot of times he was always uptight. Like he was always, something was irritating him. But at this video shoot, the song is called Back That Thing Up, Welcome to the Sweatshop. It's all let it there by Kodak and Pimp C. But at this particular video shoot, we took a small crew with us, me, him, Ed, and I think a couple of others. And he really relaxed. Like he really was just chilling. And I think this was like the last video shoot that I was able to attend with him, because shortly after he passed.
Yeah.
But they had put some champagne bottles on the table, and they had these little dancers around us and whatnot. And I guess the director was like, yeah, the bottles is props, this and that, this and that. Pimp say, nigga, we ain't no fake niggas. Fuck them props. We drinking that shit.
Exactly.
And niggas say, pop them bottles. Now, if you look at the video, you will see me with this big ass Kool-Aid smile because I'm laughing at the backstories that me and him having, clowning and acting a fool. Plus, I'm tipsy out that motherfucking champagne.
Exactly.
So that one, it was an indie artist, but he was able to relax. You know what I mean? And we really enjoyed that video shoot. But I was on the set of Game Belong to Me, Pulling Up. Yeah. And as you know, at the Pulling Up shoot, that's when he smashed up the grade one and bought me a red. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Huh?
I said, I'm with you. I said, ooh.
Yeah. So, you know, that type of shit popped off. And just at most of those video settings, it was just something irritating him. You know what I mean? So he was somewhat uncomfortable and just doing his work.
Yeah. During that time, did you ever catch Pimp with any acts of kindness that surprised you in the way that he was able to show love to the folks around him and the people he came across?
All the time. I'm gonna give you one. We were doing a video shoot with the homie Jew Boy out of PA. Kendrick Perkins was there, the NBA commentator now.
Yeah.
Who was in the league. Boomtown, he shot the video. A few other players, the UGK Posse. And we was on the west side of Port Arthur at this Blue Stove. Everybody know about it. And we was, the song was called Stacking Money. I'm stacking money, hey, we getting dough. It's on YouTube also. Pimp C featured, I forgot, Jew Boy or whatever. So, and they actually, that's something else. But while we was there, we was shooting a video and just all these little kids was out there. And so we went in the store to get a couple of drinks and all these kids followed us. I can't even tell you how many kids it was. It was probably like 30 kids. But while we were getting our drinks, the dude, the store clerk was kind of like showing us too much attention and kind of like telling the little kids, hey, you know what I mean? Pimp like, nigga, chill out, nigga. And he say, nigga, they with us. Then he turned around and looked at him. He say, look, what y'all getting? Matter of fact, y'all get whatever y'all want. You know what I mean? And them little kids like, what you mean? He like, nigga, get whatever you want. Or them little kids damn near clean that motherfucking store out. Hey, I'm talking about a full stock grocery store. When he said get whatever you want, in a split second, the motherfucking shelves were empty. and another time, like, we would be going to do a show and he like, you got some new shoes or something? I'm like, nah, I don't need no new shoes. I already got. He like, nah, nigga, get some new shoes. Every time we go do something, get something new. Yeah. So he bought me some J's and shit one day, and he bought himself a pair of J's. Mm-hmm. And we was in Beaumont Parkdale Mall, and we coming out of the mall, and he would go to the young homies who got the urban stores and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He would go spend bread with them. You know what I mean? And he ain't want no discounts, and he buy a bunch of shit. Yeah. So we coming out of the store, and he got some J's, I got my J's, and we see a mutual friend that, you know, back in the day, my family and his family had a little, you know what I'm saying, situation. And I'm talking about some heavy shit. Yeah. So I don't know how to really approach the situation because he just got out and I ain't seen him in a while, and I don't know how he coming. But Pimp walked up to him and he looked at me kind of like shaking his head, like, don't worry about that. And so Pimp like, man, what's up, man? You good? Boom, boom, boom. He like, yeah, man, I just got out, this, that. And so Pimp just handed the nigga his J's. Like, you, what size you wear? Here. He just gave him his J's, reached in his pocket, boom, 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 peeled them out. Pimp was on some real doing some God type work, man. Yeah. He was reaching, grabbing artists that didn't have no buzz no more, trying to breathe some life back into them. The UGK posse consisted of almost 8 niggas that was half-ass known. He was trying to breathe life into us. Yeah. R.I.P. to Vicious. Yeah. R.I.P. to Ivory P. You know? So he was trying to breathe life into all kind of people. If he had to use his finances, he did that. If he had to use his endorsement, he did that. He was just a one-of-a-kind type dude that I just don't see these days no more. I know they might exist, but I ain't ran into them. Yeah.